guys, and guys, girls, whatever you may choose to identify as, it's finally time that I touched upon feminism. Now, I just looked it up to make sure that I was correct in what I have to say here. Because the last thing I want is every woman in like a 5 mile radius chopping my nutsack off. Why does it come up with the French Revolution? What the hell? Oh, I know why it has, because that's what it's linked to. But no, I don't want history, I want overview. There we go. So on Wikipedia, first thing that comes up when you type it into Bing is feminism is a range of social movements, political movements, and ideologies that aim to define and establish a political, economic, personal, and social equality of the sexes. Feminism incorporates the position that societies prioritize the male point of view, and that women are treated unjustly within those societies' efforts to change that include fighting against gender stereotypes and establishing educational, professional, and interpersonal opportunities and outcomes for women that are equal to those for men. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm all for both sexes being equal, but it's when what I can't stand for, what I don't stand for, and what I will not stand for is women having more rights than men. Not because of the fact that I'm scared, because of the fact that that will mean that there's gender inequality. That means that there will be gender inequality for men then, and men will have to fight for their rights if they don't have the same rights that women do. And tracing back to feminism history, it was the French Crusade, where I think it was around, when was it? 1837. What's the theory? Feminist theory is an extension of feminism into theological, theo, theoretical and philosophical fields. It encompasses work in a variety of disciplines, including anthropology, sociology, economics, women's studies, literally literacy, criticism, art, history, psychoanalysis, wow, these are big words, and philosophy. Feminist theory aims to understand gender inequality and forces on gender politics, power, relations, and sexuality, while providing a I can't even read that. CRITLQUE. I have no idea. And of the social and political relations, which of feminist theory also focuses on. Where was it? Focuses on the promotion of women's rights in interest. And just a little background for you guys. Apparently, I heard from someone, a woman, funny enough, that the original ideas behind feminism was that it's equal, both genders being equal. Now, I'm all for that, because that means no one's better than anyone else. No, and thus no one is treated. That it doesn't. I can't speak. I'm all for the idea of treating everyone with the same amount of respect, and I go about every single day of my waking life to treat people with the same amount of respect, regardless of gender or what they identify as or whatever. I base them on their actions. I base them on their actions that they do. I base them on what they say. I only base them on them two things. Everything else is irrelevant. So I'm already embodying feminism, as you'd call it. Anything else is promoting inequality within the genders. Now I'm gonna have a drink because this is hurting my throat to do. Oh, did you know Lucozade got a new model for their cherry? better. I think I need to drink more of this. But yeah, if someone's gone to the effort of defining feminism on Wikipedia like such, then that's probably what they write. That's probably what the correct perspective is. And them feminists didn't fight so that we would be tearing each other apart a couple years down the line. And they also didn't fight so that so-called feminist groups could go around ripping men's balls off for saying something or speaking their mind. Like, I'm completely up. I'd say go ahead if they've said something that supports gender inequality, but if they haven't said anything that supports gender inequality, then leave them the fuck alone. Because it's hypocritical to support feminism. Is highly hypocritical, in fact, to support feminism and then go around ripping men's balls off for no reason. Now, as I said, if they've said something or done something that supports gender inequality, then I'm pretty sure they deserve it. Other than that, no. Someone needed to look at this from a rational perspective, and I think I have. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As of so far, I don't know how much longer this is going to go on for, because there might be a bit more information I can find. Or I could see if different search engines come up with different things. That would be interesting to see if different search engines define it differently. So I've read the theory. I haven't read the history, but it's basically touching upon the Francais. Is it pronounced Francais? Someone who's French, tell me if that's right. Oh my god, what's the hell? What's demographics? Is that like statistics? Well, let's see what's modern feminism. It's not really all about, like, the fuck. Oh, and just so you you guys can't, all the women in the comment section can't rip me to shreds. I lived with my mom for most of my life when I was growing up, and got a lot of her belief systems from as I was growing up, and they developed into ideals and idealisms and whatever. So I'm quite a spiritual person as well. That's the subject for another video. I'm trying to find, like, if there's anything else I missed on feminism. Oh. What's Western? What the? It might be Western feminism, actually, that I hate. Is it? What I know, it might not be, actually, to be fair. I have no idea. Oh, it might actually be Western feminism that I hate. I just saw a post that, wait. Oh no, Tumblr feminist. That's a load of bullshit. by the looks of things, you may, as a feminist, you may as well just put a petition forward to bring down religion entirely, because Catholicism sexually discriminated against women. The original church didn't let women be priests. And that's not the only thing that Christianity's done. And in fact, and then there's paganism that used to do ritualistic sex. I'm pretty sure that's just naming two. I don't know about the rest. But maybe some of you guys can fill me in on what the rest of them I've done. And this post's like, all men should die. If all men died, where would you get your sperm from? Sure, you've got sperm banks. So if men just disappeared off the face of the earth, like tomorrow, then you could use the sperm banks, but how long would that last you? How long would that last you? People have fucking careers based on sex. So how long would that fucking last you? And they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money through that industry. Prostitution as well. Most of the prostitution industry is men and women. From the last I checked. A good portion of the prostitution industry would go. Yeah, eventually you'd run out of sperm. And where would you be then? Oh, I know exactly where you'd be. You'd be wishing you had your men. You'd be wishing you had your men then. And at that point it'd be too fucking late. Let's have a look. So I think I've covered all grounds here. For all the men watching, thank you for joining me. On this journey. If you have the same views as me, well, men and women, sorry, of course. If you guys have, those of you that have the same, okay, I'm just gonna say, those of you that have the same view as me, thank you for watching. Those of you who don't, go fucking do one. Because you're not worth my time. See you guys in Zoe. See if I can get this outro.